Falling into my ear. Good morning. It is Tuesday, April the 13th. You're with Heidi and Colette on your first local morning edition. Yesterday's afternoon edition was awesome.
Yeah, I thought so.
That's it. We're done. 1 o'clock today, we'll be back with the premiere. So
That's right.
that should be fun.
Oh, yes.
You want to explain the lowdown on that one today? How we're going to rip that one off?
Is that we're going to do it?
Oh, yeah, we're going to do it.
We're going to do the play-by-play.
Oh, we're going to do the play-by-play.
Some color commentary, yeah.
That shouldn't go awry at all.
And it won't be disrespectful.
It will not be disrespectful.
I no longer squeak, so.
Yay! What? The lube
I'll
is
still
gone.
wiggle, but I won't squeak when I do it.
She's lubed and ready to go today, folks. That's awesome. She's always ready to go. This thing keeps falling out. This is going to be a day today. I know it. I'm already frustrated.
Oh.
Not actually. We had a good morning. We were milkshaking all the boys to the yard in the newsroom this morning. And
yes.
Yes. We were. Yes, and yes. Okay.
Yes.
What's the Band-Aid rip-off today?
Just a tiny Band-Aid. Just a tiny Band-Aid. 4 new cases confirmed. Algoma Public Health reporting 4 new cases of COVID-19 today in the Sault Ste. Marie area. Or Sault Ste. Marie and area. So again, through contact tracing, Algoma Public Health will notify you if you are considered to have been a close contact. If you do go to our website and you do click on the article, you will see the categories under which you would be classified as a close contact. However, if you don't hear from Algoma Public Health, then you are not considered to have been exposed to these particular cases. So, cases 270, 271, 272, and 273 are reported to be self-isolating, close contacts. So 3 out of 4 are noting the cause of exposure to a being close contact, and we've got 1 unknown.
Unknown. Come on.
The wild card. So 273 confirmed cases, 45 considered to be active, of which 1 is a non-Algoma resident, 1 person currently in hospital, and 228 cases resolved.
Excellent. Always nice to see those resolved cases.
Yes.
And you highlighting that. Positive, sister.
Yes.
This earpiece is garbage. It's coming out and I'm not doing it again. Okay, so APH is opening their vaccination appointment bookings today starting at 10 a.m. So get your fingers ready for the dial-in. This is to book for 2 weekends at the GFL Memorial Gardens, and that would be for April 17th and 24th and May 1st and 8th. Now, there are guidelines around those dates as well. So adults 70 and older are the priority-based populations, can book an appointment for any of the clinic dates. Adults 65 and older can book today starting at 10 a.m. for April 24th, and adults 60 and older can book for May 8th onward. That information is posted to our website, but if you've got a pen and paper handy, dial 705-541-2332 at 10 a.m. and make your appointment. Now, I'm just going to combine 2 things here because I saw that this one's really cool, but if you need a ride to your COVID-19 vaccination appointment, what can you do? So this was super cool. I'm like, oh my God, Heidi. She's like, I'm already on it. It's on the agenda.
It's printed. It's printed.
No,
come on.
Get a life. Do you need a ride to your COVID-19 vaccine appointment? If you do, call PUC Services once you have your appointment confirmed, and they will help to book you safe transportation to and from your appointment.
True story.
And again, if you've got a pen handy or you want to put it in your notepad, as I do often, 705-759-6522. The article states that PUC Services understands how important it is to get your COVID-19 vaccination and have stepped up to help those in the community who may be struggling with transportation to and from your appointment, which I thought was pretty awesome of them. Once you have your appointment confirmed, just simply call PUC and they'll be happy to help you.
Yes.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Maybe you get a snack.
What?
In the car. I don't know, like pretzels. These pretzels are making me thirsty.
Yes. Okay. So yesterday there was, an announcement. We had we had Leche, we had Premier Ford, and they made an announcement that was not unanticipated, I think.
No.
So following spring break, schools will be pivoting
Pivot
to online learning. So, the return to the remote classroom. I don't know. Like I said, I don't think it was an unanticipated. I personally feel that it's preventative. Because, just in anticipation of some people perhaps doing some things that might cause some risk of exposure over the spring break. So we'll give it some time, perhaps to, wear
Fizzle
itself out. I'm not sure. Yeah, fizzle out. I'm not sure what the word is. Wind down, ramp down. But yeah, so schools are returning to remote learning. So if you didn't know that, you do now. I can speak for my school. They've been very generous with sharing technology. So I will have to be getting something for my youngest. So I would encourage you to reach out to the school board or to your respective schools if you need that sort of assistance with the technology required to navigate the remote online learning applications.
I'm going to pivot. Pivot! I heard Kevin yell pivot. Pivot! Okay, so now the kids are going to be in our homes longer. It's just ironic that the government's giving out $400 in April and not $200. And, what does that do for our PUC bills?
Conspiracy.
No, I'm just saying, here we go again. But the kids are already set up on online learning. And what Ford said yesterday is the kids in schools are safe. They're not to blame. It's the community that's not safe in which our children are now mixed into having a week off. So taking precautionary steps, I feel, is a good measure.
Yep.
I can barely hear you, Mike. Sorry. So how do you
anything that I think improves the the learning environment for our kids is a step in the right direction.
Cool.
I'm going to say that, and that's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
So I did read an article yesterday about an Ontario man who was believed to be the first Canadian to have the first Canadian with COVID-destroyed lungs to get a double lung transplant. That's him right there. His lungs were irretrievably damaged through his battle with COVID, he has, and it did require a double lung transplant. So, and it believed again to be the first done in Canada on a patient whose lungs have been irreparably damaged by COVID. And this is a man who was physically fit right before he contracted the virus. So, a case study, if you will, on what can happen and the reasons why it's important that we take this seriously and follow the guidelines as closely as possible. So he's saying the doctor involved is saying that his lungs had shrunk during the infection, becoming stiff and resistant to airflow. And noting that lungs should be very light, like balloons, so that you can push air in very easily. Okay, so again, just important to note the severity of this situation.
That's crazy. Did it say how old he was? He looked pretty young.
He's not very old.
No,
he is not very old at all. He is 61 years old.
Wow. Okay.
61.
Okay, so Terry Bosey lets out, he gives us our air passenger traffic for our Sault Ste. Marie Airport. And, there's still people coming in and out. We talked about this in the newsroom this morning. I think around 1,500 you said.
Yeah.
So passenger traffic.
1,500.
Obviously the traffic is down, passenger traffic is down. And in March was down 84.5% compared to 2020. Which is shocking that it was how many people were traveling in April of 2020?
Well,
you know who you are. And 92% from 2019, which is obviously no exception.
Cause of exposure unknown.
Come on, you know what the cause of exposure is. Yes, that's posted to our website. It just breaks down the numbers from each year. Terry Bose is the president and CEO. This fiscal year was certainly a difficult one, he's saying, which again is no surprise. However, there are certainly signs of encouragement from the pickup of traffic levels in the U.S. as more people receive their vaccinations and restrictions lift.
Yes.
With the continued roll of vaccinations, they hope to help the restrictions in Canada will loosen and traffic will return. And we did report yesterday that Porter Airlines has delayed their flight starts again, which we're not surprised with. So again, you're waiting for that glass of vino. Over to you. I am not plugged in at all today. I'm flying solo, so all you, baby.
So an update on the arrival of vaccinations in Canada. The federal government is expecting Moderna to make good this week on a previously promised batch of 855,000 COVID-19 vaccine doses that were expected actually last week. So those delayed doses, along with little more than 1 million shots of the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine, make up the extent of Canada's expected vaccine deliveries this week. So Major General Danny Fortin, the military officer overseeing the federal government's vaccination distribution effort, has blamed the Moderna delay on a backlog with quality assurance. Okay, so there's the update on that. They are coming. Hold on, they're coming.
Hold on. Okay, yesterday we received this interesting email that on April 7th, officers with investigation services arrested a 73-year-old man who was actually a supply teacher back in February of 2021, February 12th to be specific, of 2021. And this is specifically to Notre Dame de Sault, right? With the Nouvelon Catholic School Board. He is charged with sexually assaulting a student under the age of 16. He was arrested on the 7th of April for sexual assault and charged with sexual assault and sexual interference. He will go to court on May the 10th.
Well, as we look forward to May the 10th, I think that's going to herald some kinder weathers for us, and we're going to throw to Craig here
excellent.
now. Yeah, for a little bit of a
Lovely.
tease on the weather.
Tease us. Tease us. I can't stand not being plugged in. I can't do it. It's awful not being plugged in. Are you back? Because I can't hear anything.
Welcome back.
Okay.
Okay.
What's going on? I can't hear. Look, I'm not plugged in. Remember you and your laptop? I'm not even plugged in.
Yes. Okay. Well, I'm not sure if I'm going to go into a news story because it feels appropriate. On April 9th, officers with investigation services charged 19-year-old Sean Seymour for assault causing bodily harm. It's alleged.
That's the word of the day, folks.
That's the word of the day, okay?
Allegedly.
It's alleged that at 12:30 a.m., the accused was involved in an altercation at a residence in the 300 block of Albert Street West, and he stabbed a victim, allegedly, with an unknown sharp object before fleeing the scene. So the victim was taken to the hospital to be treated for their injuries. Officers located the accused at 12:35, and he was arrested. He is charged with assault causing bodily harm, and he was held for wash court.
Weekend and statutory holiday. I was so happy with myself when I learned that. Yeah, because I was just wondering.
Don't you know what that actually means?
Wash court. Weekend and statutory holidays. Yeah. When I Googled it one time, like, oh, well, that makes sense.
Okay.
I'm only reading those on Mondays.
Well,
If you know.
Okay, and so now we're being instructed to go back to Craig. So Craig, take it away.
Tease us.
Yeah, hopefully it works this time. Is it working? Everybody hear me? Okay. So we had some rain last night. We're going to see some scattered showers around the area today, as well as some drizzle. May even see some sun. But the big worry is the flurries that we are still expecting for later on tonight. We'll tell you more about that coming up in the full weather. Let's take a look outside. We have a fog advisory right now, but I imagine that's going to be lifted pretty soon from Environment Canada. And basically, we're going to be sticking with the clouds today. The winds are going to be picking up late this afternoon as well. I will have your full forecast coming up in just a bit.
It's a fact that many older homes contain asbestos. When you cut or disturb asbestos, the fibers can get into the air, and that's just plain dangerous. Today we know that breathing in asbestos can cause lung cancer as well as serious lung diseases. If you plan to renovate, don't touch things that may contain asbestos. Leave it to the pros. They know what they're doing. To learn more about asbestos and your lung health, go to lung.ca.
Is going to a party really worth it? Putting yourself at risk puts everyone at risk. Help limit the spread of COVID-19.
Do your part to help stop the spread of COVID-19. Wash your hands for at least 20 seconds. Cough into your elbow, not into your hand or in the air. Avoid touching your face, eyes, and mouth. Keep your distance from people. Stay at least 6 feet away from others. If you're feeling sick, please just stay home. Do the 5 and keep others alive. Help stop the spread of COVID-19.
Good morning and welcome back to First Local Mornings with Colette and Heidi. It is Tuesday, April the 13th. We are here, you are there. And I know you're there because of social media. So
who do you see, Heidi? Do you see Tamarack and Colette? Yes, Tamarack, I did it just for you, baby.
All right. So we'll get into our social media right away. Kathy R. says good morning. Well, good morning to you, Kathy. I hope that you're enjoying yourself on this fine morning. Allie and Ron, good morning, everyone, with a little, I like that little smiley with like the eyes because it kind of, like when you smile really hard and your eyes kind of close. So it's the little,
Yeah, I got you.
Enika, good morning all. Coffee, cookie, and a waving hand. She kind of like varies it just a little bit. Not too much. She doesn't want to startle me. Because then I get all excited and start neckying all over again. But no, Enika likes to just kind of slip subtle little changes and just keep me on my toes. So
that's nice. Good
morning to you, Enika. Very nice to see you, sending these lovely little emojis. Steve, GMAHAGD, yeah, back at you. Yeah. GMYHAGD, right? Good morning, you.
Yo, like what?
Turn that around and make it pointed. Yeah. Exactly. All right. Carl says good morning. Good morning, Carl. Margaret says good morning, all. Good morning, Margaret. Linda says good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone, from Linda. And Linda, good morning to you from us. Melissa D says good morning. Hope you all have a great day. I hope the same for you. I really, you know what? I woke up this morning and I just feel good. Yeah.
I'm feeling fine.
Marilyn says good morning, everyone, with one of the hearts that has the little scintillations on it, like the sparkly. I hope everyone has a wonderful day with a flower. Thank you.
Oh, that's nice.
Bradley, good morning, ladies. Hope you have a fabulous day. And fabulous is in capital letters. So, there is defined intent there. Bradley let me know that his daughter watched yesterday. So
nice.
I think he said her name is Haley. So Haley,
Hi, Haley.
he didn't think you'd be up for the 8 o'clock show, but if you are, thank you for watching and I'm glad you found the show funny. Your parents say good morning. Finally, somebody pops up with an umbrella that is actually open.
Oh, yes,
enough of
we did talk. Yeah,
enough of the ones that could be used as like a pointed stick. Kimberly says good morning with one exclamation point. Feels like Tuesday, right? Don't want to pay no attention to the woman to my immediate right. No. Cindy says good morning, ladies. Good morning, Cindy. It's nice to see your name.
Hooked up a little bit.
Okay. Terry Lynn. Terry Lynn.
Good camera.
Be quiet.
We pivoted.
Shh. I'm talking here. Shh. Terry Lynn, which is a new name to me. Welcome, Terry Lynn. Terry Lynn K. She says, morning. I like that. You don't have to have the pressure of somebody telling you to have a good morning or a great morning. It's just like, hey, a general, gentle acknowledgement that it is, in fact, before noon, therefore morning. So morning. All right. Dan Gray says, good morning, all. Good morning, Dan Gray. Linda wants the number for the vaccination clinic again.
I can do that.
So that number is 705-541-2332.
Excellent.
What is happening?
We're pivoting to the main camera now.
Okay. All right. So, and Cindy did also post that right underneath your ask, Linda. So there you go.
Nice. That was nice.
Allie and Ron are recommending that people stop traveling, right? And then recommending jail time there, I hope. So something that we've touched on then.
The airport, maybe the
airport, or
1,500
I don't
people
know,
coming
maybe
through
the
from March.
teacher, I'm not sure.
Oh, right.
And Kimberly, rightly so, points out that for a moment there we hadn't any audio. We do have audio now, so good.
Yep. Oh my God, I can hear Mike now. He came in, he hooked me up, and then I dropped my, anyway, whatever. So thank you for all those comments on social media this morning, and thanks for answering everybody else who asked a question and putting that vaccination number up. That was awesome of you. It is also it's almost 10 a.m., so you make your appointments. But before we get to that, we're going to go over to Craig and find out what's going on for the rest of the day today on weather.
Thank you very much. Well, most of the rain that we saw, we're expecting for today has already fallen. It fell during the overnight. It wasn't really a lot, but we still have pockets of scattered showers and some drizzle heading our way. Mainly, we're going to stay cloudy, just like we are on this live shot of the St. Mary's River, courtesy Wireless Com and Carmen at Wireless Com. Temperatures, 10 degrees we should achieve late this afternoon, and we could see some periods of sun and cloud mixing up for most of our day. And the winds will pick up late this afternoon to about 20 kilometers an hour. As far as temperatures go, not all that bad. Still Thunder Bay seeing a lot of rain, and they're also kind of starting to see the snow. 5 degrees in Wawa for a daytime high today, and 12 degrees in Sudbury. So on the radar, we can show you exactly the scattered shower pattern. This is kind of lifting to the north, but we do have this rotation kind of coming in, and that's where our threat of rain comes to. Again, it's not going to be an all-day rain, and it's going to be in and out if anything, but we are being mindful of this. This is snow, and that's rotating around, and the forecast models are showing it coming in this way for later on tonight. Again, it's just going to be flurries. Nothing's going to stick. So this is the systems map for this afternoon, and here is that cold front, and again, most of that rain is shifting to the north, so we should remain dry for most of our day once the fog lifts. And again, this is the next big threat, is the flurries coming in late tonight, and it's going to be there for at least another couple of nights where that threat of flurries can come into our forecast. For the next 3 days though, we look like this. For Wednesday, we're going to start off cool because temperature's going to dip later on tonight almost to the freezing mark, so we could see those flurries in the morning. Otherwise, a mix of just scattered showers. Temperatures, again, 10 degrees. 10 degrees for Thursday, ranging from 5 to 10 degrees, I should say, with a mix of sun and cloud as high pressure and cooler air comes in. And then for Friday, we are looking at all sun. And next week, again, it's still that same pattern where we're going to be in and out of a cloud. We don't see any really nice weather heading our way for at least 7 days. But I'll show you that on the 7-day forecast coming up. Right now, let's send it back to Heidi and Colette.
Thank you. Craigers on April the 9th, and I'm going to put the Googles on for this. 3 were charged in connection with Cunningham Road incident on April the 9th. Officers with patrol services and investigation services and the emergency services, it was a trio, responded to a call of a victim being threatened with a firearm. Upon arrival, officers learned that 3 people were inside the residence of the 0 to 100 block of Cunningham Road. After securing the scene and communicating with the people inside the residence at 11:42 p.m., all of the people inside the residence had exited the residence and were arrested. The 3 accused are 26-year-old Nicole Hagan, 34-year-old Richard Mullen, and 30-year-old Tyler Verville. There's several charges for each of them, which is posted to our website, and they are scheduled to appear around May the 10th for 2 of them, and 1 is still being held for wash court.
Oh, wash court.
Allegedly.
All right, allegedly. Okay. Some more information now coming out with regards to the ongoing situation with the closure of Pointe de Chêne for the overnight capacity. What is coming out now is allegedly, the closure of Pointe de Chêne Park is partially due to a long drawn-out process between the city and the federal government about contaminated water in the area. So, no. Wait, hang on a minute.
No, I'm not laughing at the
Public
issue.
safety. In a report to
No.
council, the cause of the contaminated water was stated, along with the remediation which would be required to resolve the issue, is something the city believes Transport Canada would need to address. Okay, so apparently in 1964, Transport Canada constructed a firefighting training area on the southwest portion of the airport property. Firefighting training was then conducted from 1964 to 1992, and this is indicated in the report.
Yeah, this is interesting.
Okay, so it was stated after discovery that the city had asked Transport Canada for 3 things. Number 1, to provide a timetable for restoring the water supply at the campground to potable conditions, and this was set as an immediate priority. Number 2, to prepare a project timeline with a sampling plan to further delineate the nature and the extent of the contamination resulting from the airport. And number 3, to prepare a project timeline to develop a remediation plan to restore the natural environment. So Transport Canada hasn't resolved to do anything about Section 1 and 3 at this time, according to the report. However, there is supposed to be a water testing program by Algoma Public Health for dangerous chemicals in the water. Okay, so more to the story than initially, was brought to light. So I look forward to, hearing more about this ongoing debate, and the full article, of course, is available on our website.
Man, my brain is going like 20. I need to get into this story way more than what I just heard. Why are we just hearing about this now? Oh yeah, okay. Well, I've got lots of reading to do. All right, over to you, Craig. I got some stuff to educate myself on after this. Over to you.
Well, it's time to check the good old 7-day forecast and see what we look like going into the weekend. We'll take a look at the board right now and show you. We do have some sun, and that's nice to see, a mix of sun and cloud. No double-digit really highs like in the 15s to the 20s like we've experienced last week, but we are going to eventually dry out this weekend, so that's good news right there.
We're back. Oh, and we're back. We don't have time to gossip when Craig does that last little bit. I'm going to talk to you. We're back.
Yes,
we're back.
A few more people have popped up on social media.
Okay.
Mark J. I think I've told you that. My problem with Mark's name is that, as long as I can remember, I've always put his first and last name together.
I have a friend like that as well.
And it's so impossible for me to separate the two. You just witnessed my brain stall for a minute because it was Mark Jay.
You did well.
And he says good morning. So good morning, Mark.
Good morning.
Giselle says good morning, everyone. Waving, smiling, coffee cup. Ali and Ron, thank you, ladies, for the latest news. Thank you, Ali and Ron.
You're welcome.
Bev B says good morning, all. Good morning, Bev. And Mike A.
Mike
says good morning. So good morning, Mike.
Look at all those extra newbies. Remind everyone to watch our show is what's being said to me, but it wasn't supposed to come out like that.
Well, yeah, we do have a show at 1 o'clock,
Yeah, we did well
and yesterday, things were a little bit quiet. So let's, come on, by 1 o'clock, you've eaten a couple of times in theory. You've got, you should have reached maximum caffeination levels. Come on out and talk to us. We're going to be doing a color commentary of the premier's
you don't want to miss this
statement.
It's going to be off the hizzy. Okay, listen, before we end, I just want to give you this phone number for the vaccination clinic one more time.
10 o'clock.
705-541-2332. Opens at 10 a.m. for dates on April and May, depending on your age and where you fall into the category. And I'm so excited we get to come back at 1, sister. See you at 1. Have a good morning. Book your vaccinations.